Welcome back to Philly Sports 24/7, and we've got to talk about Donovan McNabb. Now, I know you don't want to talk about Donovan, Bob. Do you want to talk?
I got a call here from Rich Bird, yeah. He's Donovan's publicist.
See, why you messing with Rich, man? Rich is a good guy. But anyway, Donovan McNabb, there have been reports, Baltimore Ravens interested in Donovan McNabb. I mean, do you believe that?
I don't think the Eagles are. No, I was going to say I don't think they're dumb enough to trade him, but yeah, I mean I don't think the Eagles are going to trade McNabb unless they give up a lot. Like they're going to have to give up a first-round pick, an Ed Reed, because I mean the Eagles know that if they get rid of McNabb right now, then they're not contenders next year at all. I mean, even if you go out there and get a Chad Johnson or Larry Fitzgerald, you're still not going to be, one of the favorites in the NFC with Kevin Cobb in his first year. You don't know what you're going to get. So unless the Ravens are willing, like if the Ravens say, all right, we'll give up a first-round pick and Ed Reed, something like that, I think then the Eagles would consider it. But besides that, I don't think they're, dumb enough to trade McNabb right now. It's not, maybe next year, not this year.
So I could say,
I think they would jump at Ed Reed.
Yeah, but they're not going to give it. Ed Reed is the number one.
And you know what? The other thing is the Ed Reed.
Yeah, but they're not going to give it. Ed Reed is the number one.
And you know what? The other thing is the contract situation. Ed Reed signed an extension. I think that could be a little bit of a problem,
Yeah, but Ed Reed is the number one. I don't think Baltimore.
I would do it for Ed Reed. At this point, I would. Let's face it. The writing's on the wall for Donovan.
You're gonna do it for? Okay, you don't know what you have in Kevin Cobb. See, you don't know what you have. Let me tell you this. Okay, let me tell you a quick story. Okay, I remember Bobby Hoying. Okay, and Bobby Hoying had done more than Kevin Cobb. I mean, Bobby Hoying had gotten in the game and brought the team back for a win. And I told everybody, slow down. We had some guys going crazy. Oh, he's gonna be a Hall of Famer. Yeah, some guys on the radio station saying that stuff, right? I'm telling them, slow down, man, slow down. They're running, okay? Now,
they had nothing around Bobby Hoying, though. I got to tell you, G, they had no offensive linemen. They had no running backs. They had a bunch of broken down pieces, and Ray Rhodes was on his way out.
Okay, now let's look at Jay Cutler over with Denver, right? Oh, sure thing. Oh, he's the greatest. Where were they at this year at the end of the season?
Well, Jay Cutler, that's a little bit different situation.
Now wait a minute.
Had a successful guy in Jake Plummer who brought him to the playoffs.
Yeah.
Shanahan, that was a very
You're gonna tell me, okay, but you're gonna tell me that Jake Plummer, who's coming off a bad year,
I'm gonna tell you
who's
that
playing
Kevin Cobb can lead the Eagles to an 8-8 record like Donovan did last year.
You can't guarantee that.
In my bones.
He did. I mean,
think this defense is good enough, G, where they can play defense.
If they don't get any turnovers,
Brian Westbrook.
If they don't get any turnovers,
they will get turnovers. I mean, they're going to be.
Now what you're talking about is you're bringing everything down. You're talking about running the ball with Brian Westbrook, playing good defense, taking the ball out of the quarterback's hands. That's what you're kind of talking about, right?
I'm a proponent of that.
Well, the thing is,
but they're still going to throw a lot of short passes like Andy Reid always does.
Yeah,
He's always going to throw the ball.
But you're talking about winning a championship. You're still talking about winning a championship.
I think they got to make a transition. I mean, I think
it's garbage.
As far as they can, yeah.
I think that's garbage.
If they were so,
okay, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this though. If they had a marquee receiver, meaning like you got some great receiver, okay? Because I'll tell you, really, with Kevin Cobb, too, is all you're doing is playing to get to the playoffs. If they don't ever bring any marquee receivers in for him, they're just playing to get to the playoffs. When they get against good teams, they'll struggle. They'll be okay. They'll be a good team because he's got them organized and everything, but they're not going to win any championships.
Bottom line.
I'm talking about winning a championship.
Bottom line to me is Donovan is not the player he was in 2002, 2003, and 2004. He's just not that guy.
No, I don't see how you could say that.
Wait.
I don't see how you could say that they were a great team when Terrell Owens was here. Okay. Understand this. You got a marquee, a receiver, and I think unless along with Westbrook, I think Westbrook is a better player than he was when they went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, he had a pretty good year that year, 2004.
Well, he surely couldn't run against the Patriots. They ran like 30. They ran for like 30 yards running the ball against the Patriots.